indeed, and it's going to be quite a fight in the semi-final against Rhys McFadden of Scotland. That one is going to go right down to the wire, you would expect. Now, we've moved into a recently built and rather lovely hotel area because we're poolside. And that's because very shortly we're going to be speaking to some of England's top swimmers. England finished with 9 gold medals after the swimming. Last night was the final day of the swimming at the Optus Aquatics Centre. And albeit that they were some way short of our hosts' 28 gold medals, it was still a pretty decent haul. So we've got the likes of Sarah Vasey and Alice Ty, Adam Peaty, Siobhan Marie O'Connor, Ben Proud and James Guy. So we'll have a gaggle of swimmers all dipping their feet into the pool here, but not having to do any work in it for once very shortly. But in the meantime, we're going back to the boxing ring because we've got another Ulster fighter, and for Northern Ireland this time it will be Stephen Donnelly, the 29-year-old from Ballymena. Already has a bronze medal from the last games and is bidding for another here. He's going to put himself into another semi-final. He hopes if he can get past Henry Tyrrell of Samoa.
We're in the 75-kilogram middleweight division, and both of these men looking to start quickly here at the quarter-final stages between boxers from Northern Ireland and Samoa. And a man who's just got through with a good right hand, wearing blue, is Henry Tyrrell, 26 years of age, from a fighting family. His uncle was a boxer. But the man wearing red is Stephen Donnelly, the 14th ranked boxer in the world, the Commonwealth Games bronze medalist from 4 years ago in the 69-kilogram welterweight division, competing here as a middleweight, and both of these men 1 win away from a place on the medal rostrum.
I think Donnelly hasn't had it easy in this tournament. He had a tough opening contest against Kieran Jones of Wales. That really was a cracker. And he has got better as the tournament's gone on, but it hasn't been easy. And here he's against quite a fairly big puncher. Donnelly usually gets his tactics spot on in that opening round. He'll be looking to win this round, get his nose in front, but he's in against a dangerous opponent here who can hit fairly hard. So it'll be interesting to see how Donnelly just handles this first round, and how or if he does get his nose in front.
Beautiful punch picking from Donnelly, who then switches to the southpaw stance, an adept switch hitter. And you talked about the danger that Henry Tyrrell brings to the boxing ring. The reigning Oceanian Continental silver medalist from that tournament last year. There's a glancing right hand from Tyrrell. But in his first contest, well, he demonstrated his willingness to take shots in order to land his own heavy leather, because he took a count in the first round of his contest against Kokoli Paneng from Lesotho in the first round, and then in the second round produced a stoppage. So he's one of those hit or be hit merchants, but he backed his own heavy artillery to get the job done. He was then dominant in his second preliminary round over Kenwell Hodge of Anguilla.
A couple of good right hands here. He's having a good section of this round now, Donnelly. Last minute or so, he's boxed very well. Single shots there. Good right hand to the body also. So he's just upped the tempo slightly here, Donnelly, and he's working very well indeed. Tyrrell is probably waiting a little bit too long here, and that's allowed Donnelly then to nick a few points here and there. And up to one stage, this round was close, but I think Donnelly now has taken over, and he's boxing much better in the last part of this round, certainly. And it's probably up to now has done enough to win this round.
Really has found his range. And as you say, stepped up the tempo as the round has gone on, Donnelly. Good use of the jab from Donnelly in the closing stages, just disrupting and annoying Henry Tyrrell of Samoa. Let's listen into the red corner.
Very low left hand, your right hand's come over, you can loop it over, but be very careful. Show that check here, right? Keep your hand up. Show respect. Yeah, your box is good. Fill your lungs, fill your lungs. Your box is really, really well. Good, simple stuff. You have to work on this round. You have to win this round.
You have to win this round is the message from the Samoan corner. I thought the round was fairly close up until probably the last minute of it, and then Donnelly just went through the gears, up the tempo, and has won that first round.
So into the second round then, and straight onto the front foot with good use of the jab, then a spearing right cross is Stephen Donnelly. Good right hand from Tyrell. His team have told him that he's got to come out strong and win this 3 minutes, and he's trying to do that, but not before he was put on the end of some terrific straight punches from Donnelly.
A little bit of a lapse in concentration there from Donnelly, just got caught on the ropes. Got to do his work more from the centre of the ring. This Tyrell is a fairly strong opponent, fairly strong straight puncher. Will want to back his opponent Donnelly up onto the ropes, and Donnelly just got caught, just switched off momentarily. And Tyrell then was allowed to land a couple of good shots. He's back to centre ring now, Donnelly, and you know, we'll probably have the better of it from this position. But he's in against a puncher, so it's a sort of a contest where you've always got to be aware of your opponent's power. And to box with a little bit of fear in your boxing, that's a good thing, I always thought. To respect your opponent's power, just keeps you on the ball.
Mentioned Donnelly's bronze medal, lovely left jab from Donnelly. Mentioned his bronze medal 4 years ago as Donnelly drops down with a good jab to the body, and then lovely 1-2. That's a good right hand from Tyrell. But 4 years ago, Tyrell also competed at the Commonwealth Games down at welterweight, but lost in the first preliminary round. So he's gone far deeper into the tournament here. He said that it's his ambition to represent his country on the highest level. Beautiful single shot from Donnelly. And then a snaking left jab, jolting Tyrrell's head back once again.
Good section of the round again from Donnelly, fighting fire with fire here. Good work, straight, clean shots, hitting the target at range and then back out to safety. Clearly showing the judges that he's hit the target and he's not got hit on the reply. Yeah, good boxing.
You mentioned the hard contest he had against the 2017 Great Britain bronze medalist Kieran Jones in his opening contest. In stark contrast, Jibrila Kamara from Sierra Leone, well, that was a really dominant display from Stephen Donnelly, and that must have sent his confidence soaring, because he was able to use it even though we're on the stage of the Commonwealth Games. And no disrespect to Kamara, but it was almost like a controlled spar for Donnelly. He was able to do what he wanted when he wanted, and the manner in which he's found his range here against Tyrell. Oh, that's a cracking left hook from the man in red, and look at the way he's working the body. But having performed in that manner in the second preliminary round, that will have done his confidence the world of good. Another very good round of boxing from Stephen Donnelly.
Not even taking the gumshoe out of the boxer's mouth. Very, very surprising there, the Samoan coach. This is at the start of the round, and Tyrell started fairly brightly, but as the round went on, Donnelly just got stronger and stronger. He fought fire with fire, took his opponent on at mid-range and really put some power shots together, and he got the better of it, I thought, did Donnelly. So he's 2 rounds to nil up, and this fella has got it all to do. Probably needs a stoppage now, does Tyrell. And still the gum shield in his mouth. I'm amazed there, absolutely amazed. Mainly because, you know, you've got to let the boxer get the oxygen in, and that's just obstructing things.
So time in as we begin the third and final round in this 75-kilogram middleweight quarter-final. Stephen Donnelly has boxed beautifully over the course of the first 6 minutes. Henry Tyrrell's corner told him that he needed to win round 2, but he most certainly didn't, at least from our vantage point in the commentary box, because Donnelly was picking him off with straight shots like that before then getting up close, targeting the body, scored with a wonderful left hook in the closing stages, jolts the head back of the man in blue once again. And Donnelly in control here. He has to remain concentrated. Tyrrell has got 1 stoppage win in his 2 victories to this point. He surely needs another one here if he hopes to progress through to the medal stages.
Donnelly showing his experience and also his confidence here by switching to southpaw. He knows he's 2 rounds up, and he's just seeing this contest out now, is Donnelly, or should be. Well, again, switching to southpaw, experimenting, practicing. Oh, good left hook.
Beautiful left hook once again. Now, I do find that surprising. It was a good shot that Donnelly got caught with, but a count has been issued in his direction. And we should point out, as we've been pointing out throughout the course of the tournament, an 8 count won't necessarily result in a 10-8 round, as a trip to the canvas does in non-AIBA, in professional boxing. So Donnelly's had some time to allow his head to clear. Some judges may score it 10-8, but it's not a consensus as it is in the pro ranks. But that's just a reminder to Donnelly that he's got to keep his mind on the job.
Well, we said right from the word go, didn't we, against this fella? He's fairly strong. He's quite a powerful man, is Tyrell. And he just showed there that he's still in with a shout here. Lands a good shot. Probably caught Donnelly off balance a little bit, and that made his response and just made him just lose his footing slightly, and the referee gives the count.
Well, that perhaps the only inconvenience that Donnelly has suffered during the course of this contest. That's a wonderful right hand once again. Tyrrell just cannot get into range to get his power shots off without paying a price. Donnelly has boxed very well out of both stances once again. Look at that for his southpaw left. Hands down by his kneecaps now. He's enjoying this, and his confidence will be absolutely soaring as another southpaw left cracks home. Tyrrell has tried. He's met an experienced man. There's a good left-right combination from Tyrrell, and even though we're in the closing 10 seconds, Tyrrell still has that fight-ending power, but Donnelly confident, bursting away with a cluster of shots to the body. And it's Donnelly who has returned to the medal stages once again with a fantastic display in the quarter-final of the middleweight tournament. He knows it. I'm sure that Tyrell in the blue corner know it as well. Nice to see that exchange of respect between the boxers and the opposite corners. Henry Tyrrell gave it everything. He went better than he did 4 years ago down at welterweight. That's why he's receiving the acknowledgement of his corner. But it's Stephen Donnelly who will be going through to the medal stages.
Quite an explosive end to the round, wasn't it? So he just caught him off balance a little bit, and he gives the count. But it made for a good ending, to be quite honest. Tyrell really went for it, but Donnelly, I thought, matched him towards the end also. So an exciting last 30 or 40 seconds, but there's no question who's won this.
Victory in favour of your winner from the red corner.
So for the second successive Commonwealth Games, Northern Ireland's Stephen Donnelly makes it to the medal podium. 4 years ago, it was down at welterweight. Here at the higher poundage, he's emulated that accomplishment. Now 1 win away from a place in the final, but what a semi-final we have before that, because waiting in the other corner in that semi-final will be Vikas Krishan of India. An experienced boxer in his own right, and a man who has been in sensational form. That promises to be a cracker. But let's celebrate this accomplishment. Stephen Donnelly getting through to the medal stages once again after a comprehensive victory over Henry Tyrrell.
And he becomes the 6th Northern Ireland boxer to get through to the semi-final stage. 6 guaranteed medals so far in the boxing events for Northern Ireland.